Hello students, today we are going to do some skill book work of our third chapter, which is mountains. So let's start it. Our first topic is mountains. Exercise A, use the words in the box to label the parts of a mountain. Now we have given 5 words and there are summit, base, foothills, slope, valley. Now what we have to do is we have to label the picture that is given to us on page 10. This is a picture of mountain, a small mountainy area. You have to label the things that are given to us and they are valley, slope, foothills, base and summit. You can take some help from your textbook. In your textbook on page 13, the definitions of these words are given. The bottom of a mountain is called the base. The side of a mountain is called slope. The top of the mountain is called summit or peak. Hills at the top of a mountain are called foothills. A valley is an area of low lying between hills and mountains. Now you have to, I have explained all these definitions to you in the previous presentation, so you can easily label the picture. Mountains, exercise B. Now here what you have to do is you have given some names of the famous mountains of Pakistan and you have to find them in the puzzle given below. Then you have to color them or circle them, and then you have to, if you know any other mountains, then you have to write this question in your notebook and write the name of those mountains that you know. The name of the mountains that are given in the puzzle are K2, Atabad, Rakaposhi, Gasher Brahm 1, Broad Peak, Nanga Parbat. Our second topic is mountain resources. Now here we have given some resources and they are coal, copper, gold and iron ore. Now here we have given the places where these natural resources are found. Coal is found in Sindh, gold and copper are found in Balochistan and iron ore are found in Punjab. Now exercise A, complete the key to the map. Color each box a different color. Now what we have to do, we have to complete the key that is given to us. Here you can see a map and right in front of the map you have given a key. Now what you have to do, you have to color each of the resource that is given. Here we have given a box in front of each of the resource. First we have to color each of the box with a different color. Use a different color for each of the natural resource. Okay. Now exercise B is use the information above to color the map using the key. Now what you have to do is you have to color the map, but you have to use the keys, and plus you can use the information that is given above. As you know that coal is found in Sindh, so you have to color the same color you have colored in the box right in front of coal, and then you have to see where gold and copper are found. Gold and copper are found in Balochistan, so you have to color the province of Balochistan with the same color that you used in the box in front of copper and gold. And you have to do the same thing in the third one, which is iron ore. Iron ore is found in Punjab, so you have to color the province of Punjab with the same color you have colored in the box in front of iron ore. Our third topic is endangered animals. Now, as you know that endangered animals are the animals that do not exist anymore, or the animals that are in danger. And only 2 or 3 of those animals are left are called endangered animals. So what we have to do here is we have to read a paragraph that is about the endangered animals, and we have to see the picture and read the names of the endangered animals of Pakistan that lives in the mountains of, but they are endangered or they do not exist anymore. Then what you have to do is you have given exercise A and B, in which you have to write few sentences about how can we look after our wild animals, and and you have to write 4 lines about the mountain animals of Pakistan. So I'm going to read the paragraph first, and then I'll explain it to you, and then I'll read the name of each of the animal, and then I'll explain the exercises to you. Okay, here are some animals that live in the mountains in Pakistan. Here are some endangered animals that live in the mountains in Pakistan. Okay, as I told you, what is endangered animals? So we have some animals that are living in the mountains of Pakistan, but they are endangered animals. And some of them are lynx, eagle owl, marmot, snow leopard, markhor, Balochistan bear. Now these are some animals that are in danger and they live in the mountains of Pakistan. Now exercise A. Exercise A is use these words to write 4 sentences about mountain animals in Pakistan. Now here we have given 4 keywords or 4 words, hint words, that will help us to write 4 sentences about these animals. Now the words are animals, endangered, wild, look after. Okay, so we can write that all the animals that live in the wild are endangered and they should be taken care of. And we can write that we should look after our mountain areas and the animals living over there, and we should take care of those animals. And there are few animals, for example lynx, eagle owl, marmot, they are endangered animals and they live in the mountains. You can make many sentences with these words. Endangered animals, exercise P. Think of 2 ways we can look after our wild animals. Write your ideas here. Now, in the previous exercise, we told a few sentences about our extinct or endangered animals. Now, here what we have to do is we have to write any 2 ways through which we can prevent or look after our wild animals. Now you have to think or come up with any idea and then write them over here. For example, we should not cut too many trees because all these animals live on the mountainy area where there are so many trees. They eat from the trees, they live on the tree, their habitat are the trees, they live in the forest, right? So we should not cut too many trees, or we should look after our animals, or we should not kill these animals. There are so many things that you can write over here. So now you have to come up with something and give your opinion, give your ideas. Our 4th topic is values. Now here we have given a small information about national parks. I am going to read it, and Then I will tell you what are why the national parks are useful and why the people are against them and why the people are for them. And then you have to give your opinion, and if you think that there should have more national parks, then you have to write a letter to the government giving your point of view that what should you want. Now let's start it. Our government has decided to make more national parks in Pakistan. A national park is a place where the animals and plants that live there are protected, looked after so they are not harmed. Okay, so as I told you, that park is a kind of a artificial park that is made by the government of the people or the people. That is not natural, that is not God gifted. So the government or the people make national park to protect the plants and to protect the animals, and the people can also visit there and enjoy there, and the animals that are in a national park are looked after so they cannot be harmed. So our government has more national parks in Pakistan. Now here is what some people say about national park. As you know that some of the people are against it and some of the people want it to happen. So the people that want it to happen says that I think we should not cut down too many trees. I think it is important to protect the animals and plants in our countries. So how can we make a national park? By not cutting down the trees and by growing more trees. So that way we can protect the animals that are living in Pakistan and the plants too. So some of the people want it to happen, but some are against it. And now I'm going to tell you that what they say. Where will I get my firewood from if they make my area a national park? People are important too. We must look after people first. Okay, what they say is, where do they get their firewood, or from where do they get the wood through which they can make furniture, through which they can make money? So they are against that. And some of the people say that we should first take care of the peoples, and we should kill the animals, we should kill the plants, we should destroy the trees so that the animals die themselves and so that people can be protected, because the animals can harm them. So what is your opinion? Now you have to tell. Okay, my opinion is we should not cut down too many trees, because animals and plants are a part of a nature and God gifted them to us. Animals are also beneficial and they are a beauty of our country. So now, do you think it is a good idea to have more national parks? Finish this letter to the government giving your point of view. Now we have given a pattern of a letter and we have to finish this letter. In this letter, you can give your opinion. For example, if you want it to happen, then you have to give a reason. Why do you want it to happen? Why do you want more national parks? And if you are against it, then you also have to give a reason why you are against it, why you do not want it. The pattern is giving. In the first two lines, you have to write the address of your school. For example, in the first line, you have to write Zahir Public School, and in the second line, you have to write Karachi, and then you have to write the last line. Then it is then dear sir, I think. Then you have to write it by yourself whether you want it or not. That for example, I think I wanted to happen because animals are a part of our nature and they should not be killed, and animals and plants are a beauty of our country, so they should be given proper care. They should be looked after and then at the end you have to write your name. In the last blank you have to write your. Now our last topic is Nazir Sabir. This is about a man who is a very famous Pakistani mountaineer. Now here we have given a paragraph or few words about this man, and then we have some questions that we have to answer. Man, you can find all these questions in this paragraph. So first I'm going to read the paragraph and then I'll explain it to you. Nazir Sabir is the only person from Pakistan to have climbed Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world. Okay, as you know that the highest mountain of the world is Mount Everest, and then comes K2. So the only mountaineer of Pakistan who climbed the Mount Everest is Nazir Sabir. Nazir Sabir was born in Ramanji in Upper Hunza. Okay, and Ramanji is a place which is in the northern part, and it is situated in the upper side of the Hunza, which is in Gilgit. Okay, so he was born there, and he was the first. He have climbed the Mount Everest. Tried to climb Mount Everest in 1997, but strong blizzards, snowstorms stopped him and his team. He finally climbed Mount Everest in 2000 and reached at the top on 17th May. Okay, he tried to climb Mount Everest twice. First he failed, and the second time he reached the top. The first time he tried to climb Mount Everest was in 1997. But because of some strong snowstorms, blizzards means snowstorms, he and his team stopped because the snowstorm or snow sliding may appear or begin, so they stopped. But then again in 2000 they tried to climb Mount Everest again, and they succeed, and they reach at the top of the Mount Everest on 17th May. Nazir Sabir has also climbed 4 of the 5 highest peaks in Pakistan: K2, Gasher Brum 1, Gasher Brum 2, and Broad Peak. Okay, there are a few very highest peaks in Pakistan, and they are K2. As you know, K2 is the second highest mountain of the world. Gasher Brum 1, Gasher Brum 2. There are 2 Gasher Brum peaks, and then we have Broad Peak. There are 4 highest peaks that Nazir Sabir climbed. 5 highest peaks that Nazir Sabir climbed. Okay, now today Nazir Sabir works hard to protect the wildlife of the Hunza and other parts of Pakistan. He also runs an adventure travel business. Okay, now what he do is he's trying to protect the wildlife, means all the animals that are living on the mountains or in the forests of Pakistan, and in the part of the Hunza area and in the other part of the Pakistan. He tries to protect them. He tries to look after them, and he also runs a business of tour guide or travel business. Okay. Now the questions that we have are question number 1: where was Nazir Sabir born? As I told you that Nazir Sabir was born in Ramanji in Upper Hunza. Why is he famous? Because he is the only person from Pakistan who have climbed Mount Everest. The third one is he first tried to climb Mount Everest. He first tried to climb Mount Everest in 1997. Why did his first try fail? Because his first try failed because of the strong blizzard or a snowstorm. When did he climb to the top of Mount Everest? He climbed to the top of Mount Everest in 2000 and on 17th May. What other peaks in Pakistan has he climbed? He climbed 4 other peaks in Pakistan, and they are K2, Gasherbrum 1, Gasherbrum 2, and Broad Peak. What does he do today? Today he runs a travel business and he tries to protect the wildlife of the Hunza area and other parts of Pakistan.